Once again, this is Chief Mineral Larry Gubatayang. Welcome back to our channel from our Laksonian future engineers and also sa ating kabaro in line of profession. In this video, we will learn regarding about the purifier and fuel oil system as well its principles in its separation. So the purifier fuel oil is used on board. It is a machine that separates impurities from the fuel oil. So the impurities can be both solid, liquid, or water. To separate liquid of different densities which are mutually insoluble water from the oil. So here is the centrifuge purifier diagram. So the fuel oil and purifier system in its principles. So the fuel oil system and its principles are based on the arrow flow of direction. So based on the diagram, the fuel oil settling tank A, then it will flow to number 2 fuel oil strainer and leading to number 13 fuel oil regulating valve and to fuel oil number 3 fuel oil pit pump and flow to number 4 what we call the heat exchanger or fuel oil heater, and the direction will flow to number 5 3V valve, then to the fuel oil shut-off valve. Then afterwards, the fuel oil will discharge flow passing through the number 6 pressure switch and to number 7 fuel pressure gauge and number 8 pressure regulating valve. And finally, the fuel oil supply to the fuel oil service tank where the contents of the said tank to be settled, evaporated, and drain its sediments and water content. And it will drop to the fuel oil drain tank. In such a way, the clean and purified fuel oil and the fuel oil service tank will use for the main engine, auxiliary boiler, and waste oil incinerator. Then the purifier motor starts until such time it will reach a maximum speed or RPM, revolution per minute, while the letter E from the freshwater operating water tank is used for introducing water for fuel oil purifier replacement and sealing water, and also for opening and closing of the valve by the activation of solenoid valves. Then the fuel oil purifier motor starts, the spiral gear rotates, and the valve revolves in 360 degrees centrifugal force with the maximum speed. And while checking the rated speed in its amperes around to 7.5 amperes. Then also by checking the liquid alarm monitoring screen and also the fuel oil shut-off valve activate open for introducing fuel oil inside the fuel oil purifier. So that settling tank should be 85 to 95 degrees while the fuel oil service tank around to 95 to 100 degrees maintaining temperature, and while check valve open and the fuel oil flow for the fuel oil circulation system. So in our fuel oil system simulation, the fuel oil on the system and its principle are based on the arrow flow of direction. So based on diagram from the fuel oil setting tank A, then it will flow to number 2 fuel oil strainers. Then it will lead to number 13 fuel oil regulating valve and to number 3 fuel oil pit pump and flow to number 4 that we call the heat exchanger or fuel heater, and the direction will flow to the three-way valve, and then the fuel oil shut up valve. Then afterwards, the fuel oil will discharge flow passing through the number 6, what we call the pressure switch, and to the number 7 fuel oil pressure gauge, and number 8 to the fuel oil regulating valve, and finally the fuel oil will supply to the fuel oil service tank, where the contents of the said tank to be settled and evaporated and drain its sediments and water contents that will drop to the fuel oil drain tank. In such a way, the clean and purified fuel oil from the fuel oil service tank will use for the main engine, auxiliary engine, auxiliary boiler, and waste oil incinerator. Then the purifier motor starts until such time it will reach to the maximum speed or RPM, revolution per minute, while the letter E from the freshwater operating tank is used for introducing water for fuel oil purifier, for replacement and sealing water, and also for opening and also closing of the bowl by activation of solenoid valves. Then the fuel oil motor starts, then the spiral gears rotates and the bowl revolves and 360 degrees centrifugal force with the maximum speed, while checking the rated speed in its ampere around to 7.5 ampere. Then by checking also the liquid alarm monitoring screen, that's the time that the fuel oil shut-off valve activates open for introducing fuel oil inside the fuel oil purifier. Then the maintaining temperature is 85 to 95 degrees of the settling tank, while the fuel oil service tank around to 95 to 110 degrees, while the check valve open, and the fuel oil flow from the fuel oil circulation system. And also we have to mention the different parts of the purifier, what we call the lock ring, bowl hood, seal ring, O-ring, top disc, O-ring, inlet and outlet pipe, as well the pairing tube, plus sealing, bowl disc, and distributor. And thank you for watching the videos, and send a comment and drop a likes